think they're going to do it. What up, YouTube? Finally got that going. Jeez, that took longer than it should have. Did that not record what I just said? What up, YouTube? Yeah, Leonard Fournette, it seems like his hamstring is becoming a big issue for him. He had to leave today's game because of it. He came back and then left again. So, no, if the Jags want to give up something to get him for the rest of this year and let Fournette just kind of sit. See, you want to talk bad about Rodgers, yet you want him on your team. Yeah, let Fournette sit, let his hamstring get back together. Maybe by the time playoffs come around, then you'd have a combo of Bell and Fournette. That'd be nuts. But I don't think the Jags would do something like that. I feel like they probably think they have enough running back depth that they don't need that. Yeah, apparently not. I was figuring that maybe Brissett would come in OT since Luck didn't really do nothing on their first drive and they got a field goal. Yeah, the Jags do have a solid offensive line, but it's like, what do they want to give up for him? And do they really want to? Yeah, I mean, the Bucs running back is Barber, and he's all right. I mean, he kind of shined last year, but he's not like a 3-down franchise kind of back. No, I highly doubt they will either, but wouldn't be a bad idea. Excuse me. I don't think it'd be a bad idea for him. Look at Luck's passing yards. It's amazing. Do you realize it took 62 to True. Kamara is old news. I mean, Ingram comes back after this week? So then you'll be, you'll have the two-headed monster of those two back again, and they'll, you won't have them. You won't have too much of Kamara anymore. Teddy Roosevelt. I love that name. That's awesome. Where is Dez going? Somebody asked him on Twitter the other day, and he said he would be signing with a team soon. No idea. The Browns have offered him a contract already. If its contract still stands, I don't know. But yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, the Pats did cut Corey Coleman. That was weird. And Atlanta lost Freeman, so they should get Bell. That'd be interesting to see if Bell went. Yeah, I don't know where Dez is going. It would make sense if he went to like the Redskins because he wants to play against the Cowboys and the Redskins need wide receiver help. It's true. Corey Coleman getting screwed by Josh Gordon. I mean, maybe the dude should just stop and play. Dez needs to come to the Giants. He could. Did I see that Odell got hurt today? I was kind of like half. They said something about him walking over to the injury tent, and then I don't remember what happened after. I think he fell asleep. Yeah. Best 500 team? I don't even know who all is 500, but are we counting the teams that tied as a win or a loss? I think the Eagles are 500. So they would be up there because the Eagles have a lot of talent on that team. They're just, I don't know exactly what the heck they're doing. Obviously, New England, because they're 2-2 right now as well. The Chargers are 2-2. They're pretty good, honestly. Denver could become 2-2 tomorrow. Better than the Broncos, though. Dallas is 2-2, but I don't think they're that great. Yeah, the Eagles are 2-2. And I think the Eagles are pretty good. They just, I don't know if they're just adjusting to having Carson Wentz back or what, but they're looking kind of sloppy right now. The Bucs are 2-2, but I feel like how's your Cowboys? Well, they finally had decent play today. Seattle's 2-2. They're always kind of like that surprise threat. See, the thing with the Cowboys is though, if they don't start Dak, then who are they going to play? Their other quarterbacks are like watched the field before and going to be decent next week against the Texans. You'd hope. Texans aren't looking that great this year, and I hyped them up so much because I thought they were going to be really good. Because when they were healthy earlier last year, and Deshaun Watson was just dropping dimes on everybody, and they were putting up big numbers, they looked real good. And now they're not really doing anything. Best 500 team, but the worst is the Seahawks. Do you think they're the worst? I think the best 500 team is probably the Patriots. That's a weird deal. Earl Thomas flipping off the Seahawks. So obviously he's mad. Obviously he's frustrated. He didn't get his contract. He didn't get traded. He hasn't gotten much of what he's wanted lately with the Seahawks. And then today he broke his leg, fractured something or other. I don't remember which bone it was. And now he's going to be out for the season. And that's why he wanted a new contract, because who knows if he'll come back now. He wanted to get the money because he deserves it, because he's one of the best safeties in the game. And now he's hurt and can't do nothing. That sucks. So yeah, there's his frustration right there with his flipping off the sideline. Who leads off for the Cubs tomorrow? I have no idea. I'm not the baseball guy. That's why Tyler needed to be here. Drinking the LA Kool-Aid? Of the Rams or the Chargers? Because I like both of them, but I think the Rams are definitely a lot better. Yeah. Do I like the Packers throwback jerseys? No. The Rams, I am drinking the Kool-Aid right now. They've got a solid defense, and their offense is putting up numbers. Say Murphy lead off and hits one out to the waiver. Who knows? I want the Brewers to win. I'm not even a Brewers fan, White Sox fan, but Cubs fans in this area are just terrible mostly. Ugliest throwbacks, the Steelers Bumblebee jerseys. You think so? Those are okay. I think the ugliest throwbacks are the Broncos brown and yellow jerseys, because those are very bad. Though, and I'm not a Patriots fan by any means, but their throwback uniforms with the red jerseys and the white helmets, those are sweet. I like those. When does Color Rush begin? So I'm pretty sure this year, the NFL kind of got rid of the Color Rush and said you can wear them if you want to, because Thursday nights they haven't been wearing them, and what was it? The Saints wore theirs today, and there was somebody else that wore theirs already too. I think it was the Ravens already wore their all purple. Professional tag is coming up, dude. I saw a video of professional tag the other day, and that's fun. That looks fun. No, I mean they let it go for like another year, and then people complained again. So, and the Jets wore, like all white with like a more highlighted green, and they still had problems. But yeah, the color rush is a weird thing. I hate the Seahawks. They're too bright. I liked Arizona's, but they already had a black jersey. They just put black pants on. Oh, dude, I totally would too. Or like go to try and like leap over something and you just completely miss with your hands and fall face first. Yeah, that's how I'd be. Worst franchise in sports currently, or like all time? Yeah, all the. I didn't know there was like different levels of color blindness. I thought it was just like if you're colorblind, you're colorblind, and then people are like, "No, I can't see red and green. Get rid of those uniforms." I'm like, Wait, what? That's a thing? All time. Well, we were just talking the other day about like the worst record in baseball, and the Saint what was it? The St. Louis Spiders, I think is what it was, or Columbus. I don't remember. They were Spiders in like 1899, and they lost or they have like the record for the most losses in a season, as well as most road losses because nobody wanted to come to their home games, so they played most of their games on the road. So I'd say they're pretty bad. And a lot of people want to say that the Browns are, but the Browns were actually like decent for a while in like the 80s and early 90s. I don't know how you can say that one. Is I mean, I just for you. We'll see. It says the Reds. I don't know. I feel like if you won a championship, you don't get put into that category, and they have at least one. Chargers are in contention for the worst. Do you think so? I mean, at least they've been to a Super Bowl, but there's Raiders. No, I mean they've got championships. Texans have only been around for like 15 years, so we can't really judge them too harshly yet. Half a good season. Timberwolves. I mean, I'm thinking of like teams that are like bad all the time, and like the Browns are definitely the worst if you go from like 2000 on. Um, but like the Timberwolves now are like better. They're in the playoffs at least every now and then. Mariners are pretty bad. The Orioles are really bad right now. Um, Mets for sure. You think? The Mets are pretty bad. I guess you could say like the Charlotte Hornets slash Bobcats because they haven't been that great. You might want to put Detroit Lions in there. I mean, they just had their first 100-yard rusher last week for the first time in like 3 years. They've been to the playoffs like once since like '94. Um, never been to a Super Bowl. Yeah, pretty bad. First to have an 0-16 season. Padres are pretty bad. I was just about to say them too because I came across them. Computer work. Red Sox were bad for a long time, but now they've kind of come back. Yeah, Brewers. Brewers are on the rise as of recent though. But for a while there, yeah, they were, weren't going to. They've only been in the playoffs like 4 years in their entire existence. They went to the World Series once, was it? So at least they got there. Angels had a good year, what, in 2002? Which their manager decided to retire after this season as well. Big. Glenn, they went there in their first year. You can't hate yet. I like Vegas. I'm a Hawks fan, but I like Vegas. All right, hate on the Knights. I said whatever. Wizards. Yeah, the Wizards have been questionable for a long time. Well, thank you. Of course, the conversation like died after that. Well, if you say so. Hello, how are you? Yeah, but I don't think the Knicks haven't been terrible all their existence. They've had little stints, but they're pretty bad. I know tiebreakers are so dumb. Why do you say that? Favorite team in the NBA? I don't necessarily have a favorite team in the NBA. I watch certain players because I'm not that big of a basketball fan. So I do like watching the Celtics because I like Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. I like watching the Bulls because they're the hometown team. Like my favorite player right now is Damian Lillard, so I like watching the Blazers. Why? Who are you a fan of? Or do you just hate Kyrie? What? Then to just play one more game? Dude, Damian Lillard is a stud. He just doesn't get a whole lot of help around him. For fan, I like that. I mean, look at the Blazers when Damian Lillard had LaMarcus Aldridge. They were pretty good. LaMarcus Aldridge and Wesley Matthews. Well, yeah, he has to be now because he doesn't have hardly anything else around him. He's got CJ McCollum to shoot threes. That's about it. See, I thought they would use the division record instead of just their overall record, but I guess. See, a lot of people said that, and then a lot of people also said that Lillard wanted him back recently when the Spurs were trying to get rid of him. No, he'll average a lot more. He'll average like double that. He is Portland. Portland doesn't really have anybody aside from that. I like the addition of Nurkic, and he's been playing all right. But yeah, the CJ's always seems to be off and on. Like he'll go off for like 30 something points in a game, and then the next game he'll have like 12. Tristan Thompson, totally. Chiefs or Broncos? I like the Chiefs in this one. I like my guy Patrick Mahomes. Aminu's a good defender. He's not always the best scorer. Though on 2K, I shoot the best threes with Aminu because he has such a weird high arcing shot. Mahomes or Luck? Dude, Mahomes all day. Tim Boyle, I like. Dude, Tim Boyle. Do I kneel with Kaepernick? I sit on the couch while watching. Well, I don't really have a couch, but I sit down and watch the games. Luck or Pat McAfee, dude? Is that even a question? Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is such a funny dude. Mariota or Elway? I am not a fan of Elway, but I would probably take him over Mariota of uh, just because of his resume of work. Mariota is still young and working on himself. Yeah, McAfee talking about Palomalu. That was so funny. Greatest running back in the league right now. I am not. I'd probably say Bell, but because he's not playing, um, have to go with. Well, thank you, dude. That would have been the greatest thing ever having McAfee as a quarterback. Best running back in the league right now, probably Todd Gurley. 31st best QB in the league. Who's 32nd underneath Luck then? Derrick Henry's good, but I don't think he's the best. Bell is better than Zeke, yes. I kind of hope David Johnson comes back into form after missing all of last year. Luck or McSorley? I would go Luck on that one just because I feel like McSorley's the way he plays, he's going to get hurt a lot because he likes to run around and jump around the pocket. He's going to get thrown around. Maybe not so much anymore because literally touching a quarterback while they're back to pass is a penalty, but his style of play just does not seem like it's going to translate very well. And a lot of people have said that about other guys like Baker and Johnny Manziel and Patrick Mahomes, but Luck or the QB from the movie The Waterboy? Luck. But I mean, for certain guys, that's how it is. And McSorley likes to take off and run. He doesn't just like to use his running ability to make get out of the pocket and save time. He was Penn State's leading rusher for most of the game against Ohio State. And I'm glad he's kind of toned his cockiness down because that was really annoying. When did Lamar Jackson tear his ACL? Eli or Keanu Reeves? Now we're just getting into weird, who's better at what? Because then that's a at what? What? When he was skiing? Yeah, I'm not finding anything about that, so I don't think that's a true story. I'm sorry, YouTube, for covering the camera when I do that because my mouse is not working for whatever reason, so I have to actually touch. If you say so. I have no idea what you're talking about there, but all right. Fitz tragic, we all know, showed up. Yeah, Fitz is dying out now. He secured the starting job, and now he's dying. Steelers, for whatever reason, cannot finish drives. That's all it seems to be. I mean, they move down the field a little bit and then stall out, or they get the ball in like decent field position and can't do anything. It's like that last possession they had there. It was like incomplete pass, sack, incomplete pass, and that happened several times throughout this game where it was like incomplete pass, 2 yards, incomplete pass, punt. Khalil Mack, I don't think that's true either. Watching the Bears game today with my friends because they're all Bears fans. And yeah, Ben is weird. He'll throw for 500 yards and then the next week throw barely get over 300 and throw like 4 picks. It's weird how it goes. Yeah, apparently. Top 100 all time? I'm pretty sure he is, but name 100 quarterbacks better than him then. A 100 D1 college quarterbacks. I don't know. There's been some pretty bad ones. Giants need some moves from who? The players or, yeah, from the front office making trades? Well, you knew that going into this season. Uncle Rico, what, better than Big Ben? Possibly. Uncle Rico can throw it over the mountains. I wish I lost a lot of weight. That'd be fun. What's up, Jake? Damn, Saints gave the Giants a problem. Yeah, I mean, the Saints have a pretty good offense and a subpar defense. Their secondary is getting better, though, I will say. Yeah, the Bengals looked real good today. Yeah, what was that, like a month ago now? That was funny. Should he have said it? Probably no, but do you guys want to go into a fun topic that I noticed on Twitter? So Saturday, Texas A&M was playing Mississippi State, was it? No, whoever. Anyways, Texas A&M was. Oh, they were playing Arkansas. That's who it was. And one of the players started a fight or got involved in the fight, had a personal foul, whatever. And Jimbo Fisher ran out on the field, grabbed the dude by the face mask, and people freaked about it. Like, okay, why are you whining about that? Like, what do you guys think? Is it a bad thing that he grabbed dude by the face mask or what? Because let's get a couple opinions and then I'll tell you what I think based on my own experience. Yes, it was his own player. He was in like the middle of a scrap or whatever, and they like pushed him back, and Jimbo ran out on the field, grabbed him by the face mask, and told him like, "Calm down and get over there." Why would it be racist though? I'm sure he would do that to any other player. I'm sure he probably has done that to any other player because that's what most coaches do. We're only gonna get like one comment on that. We're not talking about Janoris Jenkins anymore. You lost by like 20. No other comments about the Jimbo Fisher thing? Dude, I hope Kentucky beats Bama. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to discuss a topic and nobody wants to talk about it, and you're just stuck on Janoris Jenkins getting a penalty that's probably not supposed to be, probably was supposed to be called. Yeah, your Buckeyes pulled one out of his butt. But how do you know it was racist? The dude's been into multiple people before, multiple players. Jake, chime in. Is you interviewed him? Well, let's hear that soundbite then. Jake, chime in. It was what Jimbo Fisher did all right by grabbing that dude by the face mask. Why not? Some people were saying it would be like being in a office and your CEO walks up and just grabs you by the tie and is like, "Hey, why is it wrong?" Like, what's up? Like, did nobody play high school or college football? Like, coaches should hit players. I mean, not necessarily hit, but like he Battle of Kursk. That was a good time. Sergei Slav. I like that. I do quite enjoy Russian history. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. He grabbed him by the face mask to get his attention. Coaches literally do that on a daily basis. Well, since nobody else wants to chime in, um, yeah, I played football and coaches would do that all the time. Big deal. It doesn't hurt. It gets your attention. Waterboarded him in the ice tub. Oh my. I do not know what that is. Why do you think? Like, it's the same thing as, like, if a coach would come up and just smack you in the side of the head. Like, that's probably gonna do more damage than grabbing you by the face mask just to direct where you're looking. Everybody's freaking out for no reason. The player himself even said, "Don't worry about it. Coach did the right thing. It got my attention." Could have broke his neck when he was already, like, looking in that direction. He grabbed it and goes, "Hey, you're not gonna break nobody's neck doing that." Oh, that's interesting. You're lost. Dude, so Saturday, A&M, Texas A&M was playing Arkansas, and there was like a big fight that broke out. And Jimbo Fisher ran out on the field and grabbed his player by the face mask and yelled at him and told him to get back over to the sideline. And people are freaking out over it, saying that it's the biggest deal and that you should never lay a hand on a player. Like, if you've never watched football before, if you've never played, if you never, it was his own player. I don't know where that is. Yeah, it was his own player. He grabbed him by the face mask, told him, quit doing whatever it is you're doing, get back to the sideline. And the dude tweeted after the game and said that I was perfectly fine with him. He was in the wrong and the coach set him straight. I know they're not his slaves, but they're his players. Oh, exactly. Ooh, that's exciting. They are who we thought they were. Like, what coach doesn't do that though? There's so many like I've played football most of my life, and every time a coach grabs your face mask, it's like, okay, you're just getting it's an attention getter. It's not like he's trying to hurt you. If he was doing that, he'd grab you and like throw you onto the ground. Big whoop. He's trying to get your attention. Tell you something. Oh, you are Brazilians? Okay. I didn't know what that is. I mean, I would throw a touchdown pass and my coach would grab me by the face mask and be like, hey, good job. Big deal. Where's Tyler? He said he was going to be here, but when I asked him earlier what time he was getting here because he wants to start a new segment, he said that he had to go home, so he wasn't going to be here. Where am I from? United States. Oh, I know people want to complain about everything, and yeah, I know there's nobody here. Most people go to the other one anyways, but thank you for the hearts down here, Glenn. Yeah, he was probably excited about the Cowboys. He didn't want to be here for everyone to talk to him about it. How tall am I? 6 foot. Yes, I do catch bears with my empty hand. Yes, I am only 6 foot. Probably not. I've never wrestled. Ready for October baseball? I mean, kind of. It's about time it winds down. Yes, Glenn, he cannot see you down there. I wish I was taller. Oh, all right. Dude, why couldn't the Browns finish it out today? Why'd they lose? You're 6'2", so you're not much taller than me. Tyler's the tall one. He's like 6'4". Yeah, that probably should have been a first down. Yeah, Browns, I think they definitely should have been given that first down, and they did not give it to him. Yeah, Tyler's tall. He just doesn't look like it because where I sit, he sits like back here. He just likes to lean back and be comfy most of the time. He looks like he's 5'6". I'm sure he'd love to hear that. Use the index card. Yes, use the index card to see how close we are to the first down. It's crazy. Yeah. See, I started this because I wanted to end it a little bit earlier because I need to go to bed. So we're getting close to the end here, guys. If there's anything you really want to talk about, the Reds sputtered out and didn't do anything all year. Glenn's hiding from you on the other stream, and he says Giants suck. Nervous about the Yankees? I bet it did. What kind of insomniac am I? A guy that stays up late. See, when this was created, it was me and another guy, and that other guy would wake up at like 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon and not go to sleep until like 7 a.m. So he was up for all of that time, and then I was up like all day for stuff. So we called it Insomniac because we're up 24/7, but it doesn't quite fit anymore, but we're just going with it. Oh, there's Glenn. He's back. I was just letting you know. Well, look who's there. Hey, where have you been? Who's in the wild card NL game? We don't know yet. It is yet to be determined. What's happening? What's happening is you caught this towards the very end because I got to be up really early tomorrow, and Tyler's not here to add on to discussion. But hey, it's about time you jump back on here. I know, right? Yeah, I'm going to be on TV tomorrow morning, Glenn, and again on Wednesday. Well, good. I hope so at the beginning. Well, I'll tell Tyler that you were here, and then hopefully next time he'll actually show up because he's had a lot of, yeah, I'll be there, and then last second, like, no, I'm not here. Thank you. Only like 15 minutes. I've been going for like an hour. Everybody's getting all butthurt about the Jimbo Fisher thing. It's like that's what football coaches do. That's not unordinary. It's not weird. You call BS, dude. Just as long as the YouTube one's doing this one actually gives me like a running count. It's been going for 40 minutes on there, and I was like going already for 20 minutes without that. No, it wasn't harsh. It was just a hey, listen to me. I'm talking to you because you screwed up. Now get your buns back to the sideline. All right. So the legit number for this so far is 57 and a half minutes. I hope they do. Greg Hardy's still in the UFC. I thought he was done. And what happened to Joe Mauer? I haven't been paying attention to anything but football recently. Isn't in the UFC yet? Okay, I thought he was in like some like smaller version of it, and then didn't do very good or something. Destroying the competition. Well, get his butt up to UFC then. Let Dana White get a hold of him. They kicked out the guy who threw the ball at the stand. Did they really? That was a good. I feel like he probably wasn't intentionally trying to do that, but he hit him. Yeah, weird. Yeah. See, and then I saw a thing that said like, if you haven't played baseball past little league, then you're impressed by this throw, and it was the dude hitting him with that, and it's like, why? That's a long distance. Yeah, it was. He was up high, but still, it was a good throw, and he hit the dude with it. My room is like right next to the outside, and it sounds like there's cops outside right now. I'm curious why. Because I hear like radios and stuff. No, there's nobody here. It just sounds like there's somebody on a radio outside. I don't think he was intentionally trying to hit him with the ball. I mean, look at Cubs fans. Every time an opposite or the other team hits a ball into the no, he is not. But anytime at Wrigley they hit a home run, they throw the ball back. He was just throwing the ball back, didn't intend to hit him, I'm sure. If he did, it was a good shot, but I don't think he was intending to. And no, like I mentioned to Scotty a couple of times, like earlier on, if he would that he should come back every now and then. He was like, "Oh yeah, sure," and like hasn't. Oh, he was probably just trying to show off how far he could throw it. Why would he intentionally try to hit him? I mean, yeah, I could think of as a crazy fan, maybe like, "Oh, screw you! I'm going to hit you with this baseball." But did he really think he was going to get it there? I highly doubt it. I have heard that about Boston people, and I have also heard that about New York people. Scotty from behind bars. Not anymore. He's a free man. Where will Harper go? I don't know. I mean, the Nats could just lock him down for years, or they could just let him go because they need to kind of rebuild. But who knows? Those were big contenders to get him. I don't know if they will. We'll see. I feel like they have. I feel like they just don't have the resources to get him. The Yankees do. Red Sox 108. Yeah. Are you sure about that? Because they seem to just want big hitters. That's true. Bryce Harper with short hair and clean shaven, that'd be weird. It's weird seeing McCutcheon like that. I mean, that's how he is. Who's Green Bay playing next? They play the Lions next. Oh, yeah, Glenn, you asked earlier if I thought they could go all the way. I thought so at the beginning of the year, and now he's gone anyways. Thought so at the beginning. There you go. Glenn, I thought they could make it all the way at the beginning of the year, but then they have played less than spectacular so far, so no. Well, you never know until you start seeing them play. Vikings, Pats. I don't know, man. The Vikings got railed last week against the Bills, who got shut out by the Packers this week. That's possible too. And the Saints, I think, will only get better once Ingram comes back, because then they'll have a more consistent run game. Plus, getting both those guys going back and forth. Well, you don't think Jimmy Graham's a wow player? He can be, but he hasn't been. And of all the Vikings players, I do like Adam Thielen the most. Jimmy Graham's overrated. The dude's good. He's huge and makes plays, but yeah, he's getting older now, so he's not doing nearly as good. Well, that's what they got Mercedes Lewis for. He's the blocker. And I feel like they could still get a wild card, maybe. We'll see. I hope the Jags make the Super Bowl out of the AFC. That'd be exciting. Pretty much, yeah. That is true. Patriots going to the Super Bowl is so old. Get somebody new in there. I mean, Gronk might as well just retire for his own health, because every year it's something new or just a repeat injury. Yeah. I mean, I know that his back injury was already pretty significant. He re aggravated that a couple years ago. No, why would they ever move the Super Bowl outside of the United States? That it's such a big moneymaker. Why would they do something like that? Because they're just going to lose money putting it outside of the country. Like, yeah, you'll still have your super fans pay all the money to get a ticket and then fly out there, but you're not really going to have as many people wanting to go. Um, the people outside of the country probably be like, "Oh, what's the Super Bowl?" No, probably won't want to pay the money to get there. Yeah, and at that time of the year, London's kind of cold, and the NFL does not like having, excuse me, the Super Bowl in the weather. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good majority of the people there is like China, Illinois. I don't even think that's a real thing. That show's dumb. Have it in Australia. Yeah, that'd take a while to get there. Sure, they would love that. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Super Bowl Australia. Have the XFL have their Super Bowl in Australia. That would be, remember the time? Yeah. All right, guys, wrap it up here. Any last second things? When is the XFL? Not this next year, but the year after, 2020. Any other final comments, questions, concerns? Anything you want to discuss? No kneeling in the XFL. Yeah, that's already been established. Where are they going to play the Super Bowl? 11 a.m. in London. Yeah. I will see you next week, Hoagie, and I'm excited about it. And I will try to get Tyler to be here 100% because I know he'll want to see you too. Oh, in the off season, when are they gonna? I don't know. I thought they said something like the league's gonna start in like January or like earlier in the year, so then it can be played more so than like into the summertime. Go ahead, go ahead. How did I know you were gonna say something like that? Yeah, I see. I know. I see you every now and then in the watch the replays. So I know you've been paying attention. I see you. All right, guys. I will catch you all next week. Hopefully, I'll actually get Tyler in on this, and then maybe we'll start the new segment that he wants to do next week as well. We'll see. Trying to keep that a surprise because he's really excited about that. And I will say though, guys, Tyler made my week by saying, "You want to have a segment?" Tyler made my week by saying he put like being on here on his resume, and I love that. I absolutely love that. It makes me feel like an employer. It makes me feel like this is actually going somewhere. So that's phenomenal. Do a pizza review. He's been tempted. Mhm. And I guess I will say one last comment. Since what's his nuts, I don't even know how to. Yeah, watch. I'll get calls from. Yeah, he said it's with the San Francisco Giants. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Hit me up. Let me know. Um, the guy that's concerned about my situation. I don't remember what his name is on here. It's like LG something or other. Gigio, the dude from Loyola. You spelled my last name wrong, but close enough. Yeah, that'd be so sweet. Our pizza in high school was lit. Paid him 120K a year. No, he was an intern. But yeah, dude wants to know about the situation. You can only take so much heartbreak before you just have to shut it down. And I think I'm at that point. And as hard as it is, you just gotta cut it off. It's gonna kill me on the inside, but you gotta do what's best for you. And a few months from now, I'm not gonna be here. Dude, I told you I was making a last comment on the situation that the dude wanted to talk about earlier, and you didn't want to talk about the situation. So I'm just making a final comment in case he wants to come back and look. But yeah, you can only take so much before you just shut it down. And that moving to Australia, no. Um, yeah, I'm at the point where I'd rather have no feelings in life than try keep trying with that because it's just killing me on the inside. It, it's weird just putting this out here in the public because I know you guys don't really care except for a couple of you, but it's just how it is. I don't know if I should say more or not, but yeah, basically it's just I understand that it's just the we can have no feelings on Fortnite. Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things you don't want to give it up because you know what it could be, but with your girlfriend's dad, that's fantastic. Not really, but that's wild. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like you know what it could be, and you could see that, but other difficulties got in the way, and now it's just another what could have been, and it's hitting me real hard, but I can see what it could be because it was going to be fantastic, but it's too late for that now, I guess. Mistakes been made, and I don't know. Let's just end this before we get into something else here. I'll see you guys next week. I know. It's just going to take a lot. No, Glenn. No. All right. Bye, guys.